Experience First reports from IFT 2025 in Chicago. We're at the ProXES stand with Kevin Torres, who is Director of Sales. Welcome to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Joshua.
So my first question, for those who may not know, who is ProXES and what do you do?
Okay. ProXES, it's our company name, and it's an acronym that stands for Processing Experts, Engineering, and Services. So ProXES is comprised of 3 different manufacturing companies: Kuruma, Stefan Machinery, and Terlet. All are located in Europe, in Germany, and Switzerland. We also have a team of subsidiaries located around the world for sales and service. So ProXES itself, it's been around for about 10 years, but our brands have been around for decades, in many cases since the 1950s. So our brands are pretty well known and strong in the industry.
Okay, and what types of equipment are you best known for?
So we make equipment primarily for the food, cosmetic, pharmaceutical, and advanced material industries. But since this is a food show, I'm going to focus today on some of our food applications. So we generally see our equipment being used to create processed cheese, hummus, meat and meat emulsions, stews, soups, sauces, mayonnaise, dressings, even nuts and nut butters industry. The equipment that we have is basically mixers, homogenizers, emulsifiers, scrape surface heat exchangers, vacuum processing, and that sort of thing. Our equipment is generally categorized into 2 different segments. We have what we call batch processing. This is exactly what it sounds like, making your products one batch at a time. And continuous or inline processing, where we'll just continuously produce some mayonnaise, sauces, or dressings, or DR8, things like that. Within those segments, we offer everything from a standalone small single machine to a complete processing line, where we'll include additional ancillary tanks, pumps, full automation, CIP systems, batch reporting, and so on. Every project seems to be different. Every customer is different. So we like to really work with them and tailor a solution, find out what their needs are, their requirements, their budgets and schedule, and then we'll tailor a solution that will work for them.
Yeah, okay. And what would you say are some of the key trends you're noticing in the food industry, and how are you targeting these trends as a company?
It's a good question. There's always many changes in the food world. I'm going to maybe just pick a couple and go through it today. And we'll talk about some alternative proteins, clean label products, and upcycling of products. Focus on those. So alternate proteins has been around for a while. We're very active in this field in plant-based food organizations, vegan food organizations, and we're fairly well known in the area, so I won't spend a whole lot of time on that today. But clean label products is something that seems to be growing at leaps and bounds. I see people in the supermarkets with their apps and phones scanning QR codes, seeing, is this a good product, is this not a good product, should I buy it or should I get an alternative? I know my kids and myself will generally pick the clean label product, even though it may be a little bit more expensive. But what a lot of people don't realize is in order to make those products without the starches and gums and colors and additives, it requires a much more sophisticated piece of machinery. And that's where our equipment really excels. So we're generally good at taking things that don't want to go together and forcing them to go together to create stable emulsions, small droplet size, high viscosity products, and premium products for the market. And that's a trend that we do see continue and move forward. The third trend would be upcycling of products. We see a lot of companies with various ESG goals where they're trying to reduce waste and create alternative product streams. And we're very active in this area, whether it's reworking your waste to extract more proteins, or maybe even create a secondary product altogether. And that's also a trend that we see continuing.
It's very interesting. And other than high quality machines, what else do you offer to your customers?
So the S, as I said, in ProXES stands for services. This is something we spend a lot of time on. And the obvious one would be our field service team, do installations, commissioning, training for operators and maintenance people, spare parts and preventative maintenance and so on. But we like to get involved much earlier in the process. And to that end, we've built a state-of-the-art technology center in Mundon, Illinois, where we have all our equipment on display, available for use for proof of concept, for testing of materials, and we'd like to invite our customers to come try. It's kind of a win-win for them and for us. We love inventing products, or maybe it's a startup company that may not know how to make a particular product. We'll kind of work with them with our food technologists and show them how it's done. Or a legacy customer with a legacy product maybe want to reduce batch times or use new ingredients or something like that. We'll get involved in. It's a win-win. Once they generally see our equipment, use the equipment, they'll generally be happy and purchase one of their own and have a great piece of equipment to use for their life. So if you're watching this video, I invite you to come to our booth, go to the website, sign up for a trial in our technology center, and let's take your biggest challenges and turn them into your biggest successes. Thank you.
Kevin, thanks for your time today. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.